Hello, and welcome back. You will remember that as humans, you are made up of electromagnetic, neurochemical, emotional energy, and that the physical body of who you are is just a wee piece within the energy body of who you really are. In essence, who you are is comprised of your physical body and the entire biofield that exists within you and around you. You are a continuous, unending flow of energy with a body of physical matter from which it flows. The art of being present requires that your personal energy flow be as coherent as possible, as smooth as possible. To attain a coherent energy flow requires practice, but even more importantly, it requires awareness. The more positive your energy flow becomes, the more coherent your biofield becomes. In fact, the more positive your energy flow becomes, the larger your biofield becomes. The more you practice, the more aware you become. And the more aware you become, the easier it is for you to create the positively balanced energy needed for coherence. The easier it becomes to create a coherent flow of positively balanced energy within you and around you. The easier it is for you to be present in the moment with me. Our physical energy flow is easily disrupted, but it can be reset using a very focused breathing exercise. So, please close your eyes, put both feet flat on the floor, and sit comfortably in your chair. Now, take a deep, deep breath. Inhale. Fill up your lungs until they push your abdomen right out. 1, 2, 3. Now slowly, slowly exhale every tiny bit of air and blow away every bit of your work responsibility for right now in this moment. 2, 3. I will be counting for your breath, but if you can't keep up such a slow pace, just breathe as comfortable for you, understanding that the slower, the better. And it will come with practice. Now, take another very slow, deep, deep breath. 1, relax and drop your shoulders. 2, feel the tenseness leave your hands, your arms, your face, your neck. 3, and now slowly, slowly exhale every tiny bit of air. 1, and relax your chest, your abdomen, your hips, and your legs, and your feet. 2, 3. Now again, take a deep, deep breath. 1, fill up your lungs until they push your abdomen right out. 2, 3. Now slowly, slowly exhale every tiny bit of air. 1. And blow away every bit of your home life that is heavy on you. 2. And allow yourself to feel peace right now in this moment. 3. And now open your eyes. You have just done a natural reboot of your personal energy field, also known as your biofield. This natural reboot exercise helps you to bring you into coherence. It helps to bring you into the here and the now, and it brings you back into the moment. We will be discussing behavior in these sessions, but as you may have already realized, you cannot discuss behavior without an awareness of your personal human energy, because your behavior is, for the most part, the physical manifestation of your thoughts and feelings. It is the physical manifestation of your energy. Today, we are continuing with the self-awareness domain of the positive presence behavior competencies of influential leadership. And we are looking at the first principle, discover and establish your inner core. Identifying your values is a way for you to build awareness. One of the key attributes necessary for developing awareness is your ability to focus. Some of us come pre-wired with a laser-like focus, but most of us, our brains must be trained to focus. In fact, brain research on concussive injury has identified that even the slightest of concussions has potential to impair our ability to focus, resulting in the necessity to retrain our brain for focus. Adapted from my friend Dina Proctor's 3x3, we will take a few moments to listen to a mini-med for super focus. So please, close your eyes and take a deep, deep breath. Welcome to the mini-med for super focus. For these couple of minutes, I invite you to sit comfortably. And as you let your body settle in, let yourself feel your shoulders just relaxing. Let yourself feel your thoughts releasing and relaxation encompassing your entire body and mind. As you settle into the feeling of relaxation, allow an image of a goal or something you'd love to manifest come into your mind. It can be something simple that you can accomplish today, or something you're looking to accomplish in years to come. Let your mind hone in on the detail of what it is you'd like to create. As your mind hones in, let yourself feel that you're getting completely encompassed in what it is you want to create. You have the power and the knowledge within you to reach and exceed this goal. What would it feel like to accomplish this goal and get it done? What would that feeling feel like in your body? What would it feel like in your mind to have accomplished this goal? Feel the energy, the wanting, the inspiration from within to devote all of your focus into manifesting this goal. You may feel your energy increasing. You may feel your creativity slowly increasing, or even becoming very clear on what you want to create. Notice any inspired ideas or intuitive thoughts that come to you in this state. Notice yourself feeling relaxed yet energized, inspired deeply from within, and incredibly focused and motivated to achieve your goal. And now, let your body take one last deep breath in, knowing that this energy and these thoughts are grounded and present in solution and love, moving you forward. Come back to awareness. Notice your surroundings. What do you see? Is there anyone beside you? Across from you? What sounds do you hear? The technical capacity of any organization provides a huge opportunity for growth anytime, anywhere. Organizational tactical capacity is born in the hearts and the minds of every single person that comprises the organization. In essence, it is the combined energies of all individuals at any given time and in any given place. And so, it is in its simplest form. It is the interactive behavior driven by every individual's thoughts and feelings. That being said, tactical capacity is unique to your organization, and as intangible as it appears to be, it is in fact a capacity that you can develop and build, and it begins with the learnable skill called positive presence. Positive presence is your ability to adjust for and create a positive and energized mindset through conscious thought processes for productive, strength-building behavior. The neuroplasticity of your brain is your brain's ability to change and or grow throughout your lifetime, and this ability does not diminish with age. The majority of your thought processes that drive your behavior actually reside at a subconscious level. But as you develop your ability of awareness, self-awareness in fact, these hidden processes become known to you and consequently can be controlled by you and adjusted as necessary. The positive presence behavior competencies of influential leadership are rooted in fundamental principles that, when applied to every human relationship, will change your life on every level of your being. Change is inevitable and it's constant. To be otherwise is to not be. However, the complexity, the chaos, and the ambiguity of the lightning-fast pace of today's work environment is, unfortunately for many, proving disruptive and unfavorable in terms of physical, emotional, mental, and/or social well-being. The skill of positive presence and the positive presence behavior competencies of influential leadership will provide you with the necessary foundation from which you can develop your own personal and organizational strategies to rise above the complexity and the chaos, to make sense out of the ambiguity, and to create the essential connections to maintaining a healthy mind and body in today's lightning-fast pace. This is transformational work, so it's a slow and gentle process of learning and adjusting for continuous improvement. Remember, it is the intangible things, personal behavior skills, and organizational culture that differentiate the really great organizations from the really good ones. A word about quality management in a knowledge economy. If business organizations have learned anything over the last half century, it is the absolute necessity for quality management processes for continuous improvement. It is true in the industrial age for manufacturing, and it is just as true today for the knowledge economy. The formal definition of total quality management, TQM, is a comprehensive and structured approach to organizational management that seeks to improve the quality of products and services through ongoing refinements in response to continuous feedback. At the heart of any business process of continuous improvement is the iterative four-step method known as the Deming cycle of Plan, Do, Check, Act, PDCA. In today's knowledge economy of organizations, it is the efficiency and productivity of people's collective minds on the front lines that is necessary to realize organizational objectives and goals through effective, productive, collaborative behavior capacity, tactical capacity. That being said, mid-level and frontline leadership takes on a crucial role for its ability to create the necessary proficiencies within their team, their followers, and most importantly, within themselves first. As a leader, you must ensure that you are continuously improving not only your own tactical capacity, but the tactical capacity of your management team and your direct reports on the front line. In today's knowledge-based organizations, it is the duty of mid-level and frontline leadership to ensure that their behavior capacity is such that it generates the positive human energy necessary for an efficient and productive mind within each and every one they touch. When behavior is identified as a critical piece of the performance equation, it means that behavior skills must become part of the organizational total quality management plan. The foundation of a quality management process is continuous feedback and the understanding that you cannot improve what you cannot manage, and you cannot manage what you don't know. And so it is that behavior takes on a whole new importance. Just as we manage any process and skill for continuous improvement, so too we need to build individual behavior processes for improvement through continuous feedback, unique to your organization unique to your team, and unique to each and every individual. Above all, the quality process must be kept simple and clear. It must be kept positive, and most importantly, the process must ensure an environment of trust and safety. The outcome will be a continuous improvement of self-awareness, collaboration, and connectedness, and it will result in overall employee satisfaction, overall organizational health, and above all, a success environment within which to work. This feedback is critically important for leadership development in today's knowledge-based organizations. It is only through this feedback for continuous improvement that you will know if your behavior is in fact creating the necessary positive and strength-building work environment within which your colleagues can be productive, healthy, and happy employees. It takes a mammoth amount of self-awareness and a deep understanding of human behavior to be capable of creating this kind of work environment. Identifying your most important values can be challenging for many. However challenging as it may be, though, I give you the words of William Cuthbert Faulkner, a Nobel Prize-winning American novelist and short story writer, and one of the most influential writers of the 20th century. Born 1897 and died 1962, Faulkner said, "I have found that the greatest help in meeting any problem with decency and self-respect and whatever courage is demanded is to know where you yourself stand. That is, to have in words what you believe and are acting from." On this slide, you can see at the left the United States of America Declaration of Independence, which includes the words, quotation, "all men are equal with equal rights for life and liberty in the pursuit of happiness," end quotation. In Canada, we do not have anything that so explicitly states the purpose of all citizens, but the Declaration of Independence serves as a good example of a collective purpose statement. An organization's core values are the heart of its culture. When individual and organizational values are aligned, people are fully engaged emotionally and intellectually in the work of the business. Organizational culture is the foundation on which a company is built. Culture is a company's root system. A company's core values, its guiding principles, are the heart of its culture. If core values are unclear or commitment to core values is low, then teamwork and communication are disrupted. Politics and personal agendas tend to dominate, and there's very little alignment or empowerment. But when there is a deep commitment to shared values, the indispensable human capital and energy of an organization are focused in the same direction, and a major precondition for success has been achieved. People never buy into the organization's mission and vision, however, until they first buy into its leadership. Influential leaders demonstrate vital strengths that ensure their success: the drive to achieve results, the ability to take initiative and accept personal responsibility, cultivating collaboration through integrated teams, and finally, the ability to continually connect with people in highly effective relationships. When employee and company values are aligned, people are fully engaged emotionally and intellectually in the work of the business. This kind of work environment is a culture of full engagement. It generates energy, enthusiasm, and commitment to excellence. Ultimately, it becomes a great place to work. A culture of full engagement does not happen by accident. It is created by people who are clear about and fully engaged with their own core belief system, and then clear about and fully engaged with the company's core values. Culture is deeply interpersonal. It is built person to person and heart to heart. Documents don't build culture, people do. Every person has a cultural sphere of influence. It is said, and actually very true, that every person influences the 20 square feet around them through their attitude and actions. This means that what you believe and how you behave are significant factors in determining the climate and culture of the organization where you work. Avoid the dangerous position of being cynical about the culture of the organization, but not consistently living your own values. Unfortunately, Many people are better at criticizing and complaining about culture than they are at building culture. So it is that you must avoid unhealthy cynicism about your organizational culture. Ask yourself on a regular basis, what am I doing in my 20 square feet? As an influential leader, it is your duty to take an active role in building and maintaining a healthy and sustainable organizational culture. It's time to ask you a self-reflective question. Are you fully engaged in your work and committed to the mission of your organization? Generally, work that is physically and emotionally demanding, like healthcare, for example, requires influential leadership that is empathetic and supportive to build collaboration among physicians, administrators, hospital staff, and patients. The more functional your interpersonal relationships are within a dynamic group, a really great group, the more effective the communication will be, the more visible the cooperation, and the work of the integrated team will result in higher levels of performance and patient outcome measures. These are the action steps for building a strong foundation. Be clear. Be clear about your values and core belief system. Know what you believe and what you stand for. Be committed and connected. Recognize the impact of your 20 square feet. Remember that the little things matter. Be accountable. Have someone in your life who holds you accountable and tells you the truth. Remember, a company cannot become what its people are not. Dr. Fresina told me a story once about one of his clients that used this session of influential leadership to communicate a very powerful message to the associates in the company. He said, "This is not a trivial exercise. Take it very seriously for yourself and for the company. For yourself, because there is great power in knowing who you are. And for the company, because who you are is what we become." Last session, we looked at the positive feelings and/or behaviors that we need to experience and exhibit. That being said, what should we watch out for? What are the negative feelings and/or behaviors that we need to avoid? Following is a list of some of the most talked about negative behaviors and/or feelings that we should choose to avoid at all costs. Number 1, constant complaining and/or whining about work. Number 2, constant complaining and/or whining about coworkers. Number 3, constant complaining and/or whining about life in general. Number 4, cynicism about the organizational leadership, coworkers, and life in general. Number 5, anger, frustration, and continuously overwhelmed are feelings of negative energy. Number 6, behavior and mannerisms that are mocking towards others are negative in nature. Number 7, skepticism. Number 8, sarcasm. Number 9, suspicion as to the motive of others. Number 10, distrustful of others. Number 11, critical of others. Number 12, contemptuous toward others. Number 13, arrogance. Number 14, pessimistic. Number 15, a tendency to exaggerate issues is often negative. Number 16, consciously ignoring the positive. Number 17, a tendency to make insensitive comments is also indicative of negative energy. Number 18, consistently tactless. Number 19, dismissive and critical. Number 20, rude. Number 21, self-victimizing. Number 22, bullying. Number 23, a tendency to dwell on the slights of the past creates negative energy. Number 24, unhappy. Number 25, a lack of action. Number 26, a lack of focus. Number 27, an inability to accept change, mandated or otherwise. Number 28, a cloud of doom and gloom. Number 29, a person easily distracted indicates cognitive deficiency or lack of focus. Number 30, constantly tired. And number 31, a lack of desire to create momentum within oneself and with those around them is often an indication of negative energy. You may remember this slide from session 1. This is a visualization of how behavior skills form the foundation on which job skills reside. Behavior skills determine the level of impact of job skills. Even the most technically brilliant person would benefit from a deeper knowledge of the drivers of behavior and how behavior is a non-static variable in any workplace. There is not one of us that would not benefit from stronger behavior skills. The 10 behavior principles of influential leadership are a skill set which form the foundation of the 3 behavior domains of the positive presence behavior competencies. When people get hired, it is usually for the strength of their job skills. But when they get fired, it is often for the weakness in their behavior skills. This slide does not suggest that a person must have strong behavior skills in order to achieve. We all know technically strong people with weak behavior skills who have achieved significant things. The point is, weak behavior skills will prevent a person from reaching their full potential. How much more would a person achieve if he or she had strong behavior skills in addition to strong technical competence? Whenever job performance does not match potential, there is a gap between how we are actually performing and what we could be achieving with the appropriate level of behavior skill and personal motivation. Performance can be illustrated by this simple formula. Performance equals technical skill times behavior skill. That is, performance is the product of what we are capable of doing, our technical skill, multiplied by what we are willing to do, our behavior skill. Influential leaders are dedicated to performance excellence by maximizing their technical skill and their behavior skill. What really sets influential leaders apart from others is their willingness to do the things necessary in behavior. Jim Rohn was an American entrepreneur, author, and motivational speaker who said, "If the idea of having to change yourself makes you uncomfortable, then you can just remain as you are. You can choose rest over labor, entertainment over education, delusion over truth, and doubt over confidence. The choices are yours to make, but while we curse the effect, we continue to nourish the cause." Even when difficult challenges confront them, influential leaders remain committed to performance excellence and find a way to optimize their performance by being intentional and purposeful in how they manage their behavior. That is why success or failure is never about events or our circumstances. Achievement and success is always more of a factor of who we are and how we choose to respond to daily events and circumstances. Here again are the 3 domains of the positive presence behavior competencies of influential leadership: self-awareness, collaboration, and connection. These are the organizational intangibles that are driven by the personal intangibles. Organizations that flourish are blessed with leaders who have an understanding of the fundamental principles of these 3 intangibles: self-awareness, collaboration, and connection. These leaders also have the discipline to intentionally and purposefully apply the behavior skills associated with the 10 principles on a daily basis and in every human relationship. The skill of positive presence and the positive presence behavior competencies of influential leadership will provide you with the necessary foundation from which you can develop your own personal strategies to rise above the complexity and the chaos, to make sense out of the ambiguity, and to create the essential connections to maintaining a healthy mind and body in today's lightning-fast pace. This is transformational work, so it's a slow and gentle process of learning and adjusting for continuous improvement. Remember, it is the intangible things, personal behavior skills, and organizational culture that differentiate the really great organizations from the really good ones. Here again are the 10 principles that underline the positive presence behavior competencies of influential leadership. Every one of these principles is interrelated. Not any single one is standalone or more important than another. On the other hand, The behaviors of collaboration are very difficult, if not impossible, without the principles of self-awareness. And the behaviors of connection are very difficult, if not impossible, without the principles of self-awareness and collaboration. The first two, discover and establish your inner core and create your personal purpose statement, are emotion-based, positive in nature, and resident in the limbic area of your brain. Discover and establish your inner core requires you to articulate on paper your personal values, which is an exercise unto itself. Keep in mind that your values evolve and change throughout your life. The second principle, create your personal purpose statement, requires you to actually pen out your purpose statement for life. Every one of us should already have done this by now in life, but few of us ever really have taken the time. Number 3, accept responsibility and ownership of self, is developing and redefining for a mindset of accountability and responsibility for everything you are and everything you do. And the fourth principle is very analytic, and actually, it's a lot of fun. Principles 5, 6, and 7, change your thinking, change your performance, and behavior intelligence and managing emotions, and creating and sustaining highly effective relationships, these principles bring you to a deeper awareness of understanding how you think, how you feel, and how you make and maintain relationships. And finally, under connection, you will pull everything together as you acquire an even deeper understanding of how life and change come together as one, and as you come to appreciate the necessity of dedicating yourself to continuous learning, of identifying priority management and payoff events, and of the importance of effective communication skills. We must enjoy the discovery and embrace the journey. Influential leadership is not a destination, it is a lifelong journey. All of us are at some unknown point between the beginning and the end of it. In everyone's life, there are battles to be fought, mysteries to be solved, and dragons to be slain. There are no shortcuts. In our age of instant gratification, many people are looking for simple solutions and the easy way to achieve success. But there are no simple solutions. Achieving your best requires hard work, discipline, and time. The essence of the journey is to embrace change, cultivate agility, understand that we can never remain static for too long. To change is to live. In modern healthcare and in today's knowledge economy, change is fast and never ending. It requires agility and resilience. To create an agile and resilient culture, you need to understand who you are as an individual on a holistic level. What makes you behave the way you do? Where do your thoughts and feelings come from? What does collaboration mean? What does it look like? What does it take on an individual level and on an organizational level? And what does it take to connect with others? How do we lead others to be the best they can be? The influential leadership journey is about closing the gap between what your life is and what it could be. So, closing the gap in performance, what does that mean? What you achieve in life and at work is not the result of what you want. It is the result of who you are and what you do. This is one of the most important quotes in your journey to influential leadership. Remember it and use it as a reminder throughout the journey. There are no secrets to success. It is the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. The forces of mediocrity in our society are strong and getting stronger, and the pursuit of mediocrity is tending to become the norm within many public and private workforces. As an influential leader, what each of you needs to do is make a conscious and sustained commitment to the pursuit of leadership excellence. This means steadfastly refusing to lower your standards. It means refusing to compromise your principles. It means not accepting mediocrity. It means never surrendering your commitment to personal and professional excellence. And it means not settling for less than your best at home, at work, or in the community. The challenge is mastery of the behavior skills. As you internally develop the behavior disciplines, you will easily be able to rise above the forces of mediocrity to new levels of personal and professional excellence. The influential behavior disciplines allow you to overcome the gravitational pull of mediocrity. Let's take a moment for introspection. You may remember this from last session. Take a minute to think about these questions. What obstacles do you face in trying to become an influential leader at work? What keeps you from achieving your best at work, at home, in your community? What external obstacles do you face? And what internal self-generated obstacles do you face? These are hard questions. To have the answers, you need to have established within you a clear message of who you are and what you believe in. For many of you, these answers are not readily available, and that is why you're here, to explore these questions. And it is within the spirit of asking that you will change. Your values are the things that you believe are important in the way you live and work. They are there to determine your priorities. And deep down, they're probably the measures you use to tell if your life is turning out the way you want it to. When the things that you do and the way you behave match your values, life is good. You're satisfied and content. But when the things you do and the way you behave don't align with your personal values, that's when things feel wrong. And this can be a real source of unhappiness. This is why making a conscious effort to identify your values is so important. Values exist whether you recognize them or not, and life can be much easier when you acknowledge your values and when you make plans and decisions that honor them. Values are usually fairly stable, yet they don't have strict limits or boundaries. Also, as you move through your life, your values may change. For example, when you start your career, success measured by more money and status might be a top priority. But after you have a family, work-life balance may be what you value more. As your definition of success changes, so do your personal values. This is why keeping in touch with your values is a lifelong exercise. You should continuously revisit this, especially if you start to feel unbalanced and you can't quite figure out why. In a few minutes, your final bit of table work for the day will be to define your personal values. Before we go to our final table time for today, we are going to take time for a personal check-in. This means that it's time to be mindful, a time to pause and ask yourself questions. So please, close your eyes. Take a deep, deep breath and repeat with me, either silently or aloud. What sort of feelings have I had since my last check-in? And count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What have my thought patterns been like since my last check-in? And count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What have my behavior patterns been like since my last check-in? And count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And open your eyes. You will remember that a personal check-in is also a good opportunity for you to do a physical body scan. So, either sitting or you can stand and make a conscious effort to bring your body to a state of relaxed anticipation. Beginning at the top of your head, as you slowly breathe in and then out, I want you to first consciously acknowledge the top of your head, your scalp, and then focus on relaxing your scalp. Next, consciously acknowledge your face, and then focus on relaxing your face. Now, your arms, and your hands. Gently shake them out. Now your chest, your abdomen, your hips, your legs, and your feet. Wiggle your toes and stretch it out and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, if you are standing, please take a seat. And again, please close your eyes. This time, I would ask you to repeat after me, either silently or aloud. Please allow my mind to be open and accepting of all information coming to me, that I may think upon it in the days to come. Now open your eyes. For most of us, developing the skill of positive presence, your ability to adjust for and create a positive and energized mindset through conscious thought processes, means gaining awareness of our thought and behavior patterns, and then creating the necessary thought habits. That being said, one of the most powerful habit-forming thought exercises is the exercise of gratefulness. You may remember from previous sessions that it's not just about counting your blessings. The real power comes from the feelings that these thoughts create within you. That overwhelming feeling of love and peace, the feelings of being blessed, that brings with it an understanding that I'm good. In fact, I'm great. I am enough right here, right now. The script for your exercise of gratefulness is very personal and unique to each one of you. So please, let's take a moment and just listen to this simple mini-med that I've adapted from my friend, Dina Proctor, at www.dinaproctor.com. Close your eyes and take a deep, deep breath. Welcome to the mini-med for gratefulness. For the next couple of minutes, I invite you to sit comfortably, and for the next few minutes, just let your body, every muscle, completely relax any tension right now. And as you feel your body relaxing every muscle, just releasing any tension, you may also notice that your mind is relaxing as well. Just settling in to a deep feeling of calm, warm peacefulness. As you settle into this wonderful, peaceful state, let your mind show you images of those things you most deeply appreciate in your life. There's no need to make it happen. Just in your relaxed state, invite your intuitive knowing to present images, memories, and thoughts of the events, circumstances, and people in your life for which you feel deep, deep gratitude and deep appreciation for. Just let these memories, these images, show themselves in the screen of your mind. Each one, let yourself feel the emotion of deep, deep gratitude and of profound appreciation for this person, or this situation. When your body, mind, and soul unite as one in deep gratitude for these amazing, amazing people and things in your life, and as you let your body take one last deep, deep breath in, anchor in this emotion of gratitude physically and emotionally so that you can come back and reconnect to it whenever you feel drawn to it. Come back to awareness. Notice your surroundings. What do you see? Is there anyone beside you? What sounds do you hear? We are now going to take time for reflection. This reflection time is referred to as table time because this exercise is created to be shared with a discussion group of your peers. Feel free to gather around a table with your colleagues or head over to Corporate Harmony's virtual discussion group. This is also a time to stay focused on task. Be present in the moment, right here. You will see notes pages at the end of the manual section for personal use in gathering insights and questions as you move through the material. So take time to put pen to paper. There are never any wrong or bad answers. Seeing your words on paper allows your brain to open up to even greater possibilities. Putting your thoughts and feelings to words on paper opens your mind to your inner wisdom and greatness. Enjoy this time and share your insights with the discussion group. You will find this slide at the bottom of page 16 of Chapter 1 of your manual. Next session, we will be looking at the second foundational principle of the self-awareness behavior domain, create your personal mission statement. We will look at your purpose statement. If you don't have one penned, then we will help you write one. And you'll learn even more secrets about how you can live each workday in joy, peace, and harmony within yourself and with the people around you. So, until then, live each moment of each day with harmony and purpose, and allow your grandest dreams to come true.